What's up, guys? How's it going? Wednesday Linc on a Wednesday. Fantasy football draft. Eagles 53-man roster. Practice squad signed. Let's go.
Not a bad day. Yeah, we have about 13 minutes until our draft. So for those of you, the 20 or so people who are in our drafts, make sure you're logging in. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, roster cut days, Josh. Nothing crazy. I think Audric Estime is probably the most exciting of all the moves, I would say. I know we got a center as well in Willie Lampkin. We talked about that on my show a couple hours ago. But Estime is the new one. And we can at least mention the fact that I loved him coming out of Notre Dame. He was one of those, running backs who you knew wouldn't go in the first 3 rounds, a 5th-round draft pick. I thought he played well with Denver. Denver has other, ideas right now. Not a Sean Payton draft pick, and he goes to Philadelphia on a very cheap practice squad contract. Is he actually going to be a factor this year? You would hope not, because that would indicate that there were injuries going on. But he has potential, and maybe in the future for Philadelphia, if A.J. Dillon's a one-year deal, they don't bring him back, then Estime takes over as kind of that bruiser, more of the physical back that he is. I like the move. It's not going to change the Eagles roster. I think people were kind of wondering with all the different Trevor Keegan being released, Tristan McMullen being released, were they gearing up for something big? Hasn't happened yet. I don't think it will, but there's still time. But in terms of the Eagle cut day, pretty much what we expected here.
Yeah, not too many surprises. It was good to see, not that we weren't thinking this route, but it was good to see Darius Cooper making it for the wide receivers. So, undrafted free agent. Everybody wanted to see that happen. By the way, shout out to everybody in the chat. As always, we will make sure and ask to drop a like if you haven't already. Tons of these, so we should probably start out this way, but tons of congratulations to you, sir. Which we have already communicated quite a bit, but I wasn't going to be the one to spill the news. But you shared on Twitter, and lots of people have seen this already, as well as sharing on the video here and otherwise. So it is official, baby Mott. Maybe we could get it a little bit earlier for the bye week, but perhaps the Packers game, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. November 7th. You and I have known for a while, obviously, and now just letting the world know. I've got a ton of comments on my show dropped about an hour and a half ago. It's crazy, the support, so we really appreciate that. My wife is reading all of them. She loves them. But yeah, November 7th, I'm not saying we weren't trying to have a kid, Josh, but I had kind of pitched the idea of let's try and have one in the off season because we still got to work, and we're having one during the season, so you know how that went. But we're very excited. A little baby girl, and I am just convinced that I'm going to be at the hospital for the Green Bay Packer game on Monday night because it's due date November 7th. Packer game is November 10th, I think. But it'd be nice if the little girl can come right after an Eagle game. That way, we could stream one and then get into being a father, but I know that's not that important, although for the channel, it's a little important. So
well, hey, yeah, it wouldn't be that bad. You get it in between, and then baby girl gets to see the first game. Of course, it has to be a win. Everything else,
yeah.
So yeah, we'll hope for that. We'll pray for that.
We'll see.
But nonetheless, congratulations, y'all again. That is exciting. Joining the Girl Dad Club as well.
That's
so
right. You and I unable to produce a male yet, so we got a couple more tries here between both of us. 2 girls for you, 1 for me. I don't know if we're gonna get a football player in here or not, but
Sandy's gonna hop in the chat here pretty soon. So we'll see. We'll see.
I saw people saying Jalen Hurts. I should name her Jalen Hurts.
See that's a question.
But if we had a boy, we could really talk about some Eagle names. But it's a girl, so not getting some Eagle names here. It's unfortunate. But
well,
what are you gonna
know
do?
what?
Very excited to be a girl dad.
Well, I was gonna say for mine, it was Jordan Davis, and Jordan could be a girl name as well. So
that's true.
It's a possibility.
That's true. Jordan Davis Mott. You never know.
Yeah, I just throw that one out there if you're trying to pick one. But
I'll ask the wife. I'll ask the wife.
See what she thinks. See if we get the go ahead on that side. But no, congrats to you. Appreciate it, everybody. Again, seeing all the comments is awesome.
Yes.
For those, but appreciate all of those. For the support and the outfits and everything else. That's what it's about too. So I loved you sharing that a second ago. The onesie. I'm sure that you'll get plenty of those, as if you don't have already, but
yes,
plenty more. So you can't have too many.
That's right.
Let's see. I think there was another. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the super chat. Let me get to that one. Eli. There we go. Here's the 3. Thomas, what happens if your girl is a Cowboys fan?
I would be a total failure as a father. I mean, we'll talk about like the worst father possible. I don't think it's possible to be my daughter and be a Cowboy fan, especially when she knows that being an Eagle fan helps pay for her lifestyle. Then maybe she'll figure it out. But maybe she dates a Cowboy fan in the future. That could be a real problem. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
That's hopefully decades away. But that's where the problem could be. She will be an Eagle fan. Yeah, I can assure you of that.
There we go. Yes, like Shaq says, with the 2, appreciate that. Says Burge just gained another fan. That's a guarantee.
That's right. That's right.
The girls, our girls have learned the Go Birds, but they can't quite enunciate it correctly, so it's more like a Go Buds, but it's at least a little bit of something.
Close enough.
So
Close
we'll
enough.
take it. The Fly Eagles Fly song, they're like halfway there, but they got some time, so it is the cutest thing in the world. But
I'm very excited.
And of course, as always, you got lots of other people with the comments on the names. Namer Kelsey, see, there's one.
That would be a good one, actually. That would be a really good name. And spell it Kelsey-wise, though.
Yeah.
I just don't know if my wife's going to buy that, though, but we'll see.
It's worth consideration. We'll just say that. And then
I bet
others...
there are some girls being born in Philadelphia with that name Kelsey. I bet there's probably a lot more than we realize that, like, in the past 2 years have gotten the Kelce name. Probably very, 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 very
yeah.
popular.
Oh, I'm sure there are. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. And people are saying you could also do with the middle name. If it doesn't be the first name, you
Good
just
point,
throw in
too.
a middle name of something for the Eagles.
Good point, too.
So lots of thoughts. I'm sure you all have looked at plenty and tons. And then you don't realize some people that you forgot about, and then you remember when you see the name, you're like, oh,
yes,
I can't use that name.
yes.
So those are
Can't
fun
use that
as
name.
well.
Not
Yeah.
a fan of that person in high school. Yeah, I know.
Good times. Harry asking about when is the Underdog draft. Okay, so there is a link in the description. I've tweeted it out as well. So if people are wanting to get in on the Underdog Best Ball draft, you could check it out in the description, or you can check it out on Twitter. I've shared that. It's as soon as it fills up. As soon as it fills up, that thing starts going. It's going to happen at some point this week. There's like 2 or 3 slots left. But yes, Harry, as soon as that gets done. In the meantime, we got another draft going on in about 7 minutes that we're going to...
2 other drafts.
2 drafts.
Fantasy drafts, yes.
2 drafts that are going to go lightning quick. You talk about a lightning round. 30 seconds to take your selection there. This is going to get wild. Before we get to that, though, make sure to hit on some of the other news in the remaining 7 minutes, of course. Larry, though, says with the 2 says Kelly Green Mott. LOL, congratulations. Congrats, Thomas. So there's your recommendation there.
There you go.
Kelly Green
Mott.
Mott.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, honestly. Boy, I can really have fun with this sort of thing. You can really actually dive into the Eagle naming, but don't know if my wife's going to fully buy that. So TBD. I'll let you guys know. Kelly Green Mott would be very, very funny, though.
It wouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Salin here with a 5. Hey, Josh and Thomas. Okay, well, another question. What's the details for the Underdog Fantasy League? Yes, I've just mentioned it a second ago. Link in the description. Check it out. There's a $25 entry. There's a $10 entry.
Yep.
Gonna get those set up, and I'll share it again on my next video that'll come out later tonight. So should be good there. Also, Fanny with the 10 bomb. Let's go. Says Josh, I'm not a subscriber, but I feel like you're a subscriber, but here's a pack of diapers for the newest eaglet. Jordan is a beautiful name, as this is my daughter's name. Congratulations to Thomas.
Go.
Jordan is her name. There you go. You almost have to.
I guess
now.
every super chat tonight is a diaper fun super chat. That's not a bad idea. That's not
Just
a bad idea.
throw it
we
right
use
in
some
there.
more diapers. Just launch as many diaper super chats as you guys want.
You can't have too many.
Trust me.
You definitely can't.
That's what I've heard. Thank you for the super chat, though. Jordan is a very cute name for a girl, I think. I think a little baby Jordan. I think that's very cute.
We'll take that. Corey playing golf, enjoying the stream. Cool. Enjoy. Hit him straight.
Josh is jealous. Josh is jealous.
I would take
He wish
that.
he was golfing instead of streaming right now.
I'll tell you right now, I wish I had, this is going to be a given. I wish I had $30,000. I think maybe $35,000 is now what it's up to. Because if I did, I would be placing that bid on the Jason Kelce, Saquon Barkley golf outing. Actually, I say that. My wife wouldn't let me do that. Can
you imagine?
$30,000. But if you just had like $35,000 that couldn't be spent elsewhere, I know that's a crazy way to say it.
Yeah, it's just laying
but
in the ether,
like,
and you just got to burn it. Yeah.
To that space, it has to be donated to charity. Then why not? You get to golf with Saquon. You get to do that with Jason Kelce. If a benefactor so happens to listen to this stream and you need a fourth on your foursome, I will volunteer as tribute. If you need 2 of them, we'll both go. But I'm just going to slide in front of Thomas as far as if we only have 1 entry, unfortunately.
Problem is, the people who are bidding on the Eagles Hudson Foundation Radiothon, $30K to golf with Saquon, they're probably older, hedge fund people. They don't really watch our show, I would say. So,
you never know, but probably not.
If the person who wins that watches our show, let us know. Let's just say that.
That would be pretty legit. Let's see. Climax member for 9 months. Cooper DeJean doesn't sound like a bad name for her, so you could do a Cooper DeJean.
Would be fun. I actually pitched Cooper for a while. Cooper was up there for a while, but Cooper has lost out. So close, but no cigar there on Cooper. Definitely lost out.
Daniel with a 2. I did not see a comment though, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
If there is something else, let us know. I can put it back up there. You don't have to super chat back, but appreciate for the support there. And George with a 50 bomb Says, Go Birds, congratulations on the great news. You will need the diapers.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
All right, we've got, 4 minutes left until the draft is about to start?
Yep.
Any quick hitters from practice today? We did get some good news. Landon Dickerson was out there.
Yeah, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. I mean, Jordan Mailata with the concussion. Everybody was back out there. Now, we don't get any sort of update. Your show tonight will have this as well, I'm sure. But there's no injury designations until next week. So my guess is that A.J. and Landon Dickerson and Devontae Smith, because it was padless, a very easy walkthrough today, were limited. But we've been waiting almost a month, essentially, for A.J. Brown to practice, and he was out there practicing today. And Devontae Smith's back injury is something to keep an eye on because it happened last season, happened at the end of training camp this year. The fact that both the receivers were back, if there ever was that little bit of doubt that, is A.J. going to play week 1? Well, seems like he is, as, we still have a couple of days till that happens, but looking good so far.
Yes. Yep. Well, it's the best news you could hope for. So as of a week early, it could be worse for Dallas with one of your best players seemingly not going to play. Whether it's Michael Parsons, no Parsons at all that shows up, who knows? But
do you think he's going to be
ready.
A Cowboy? Do you think Parsons is getting traded? You got two minutes until we start drafting.
On the spot here for it. I'm getting to that point. When it initially happened, it's like, whatever. This is Jerry Jones. This is the normal stuff. And then it's like, what they're going to play the PR game. They're both taking shots at each other. It's going to get done. The longer this thing goes, and the personal shots that they're taking at each other, and the other ways that they're getting around this to message and to put things out to the media, I think it might be a bit better than 50% chance that he's not a Cowboy. And that's crazy because beforehand, when it first happened, I would have said it's like a 15% chance, very minimal. And it's getting in that range now of, I think he's completely fed up. I think he's like, I don't care. I
think so too.
Now, $1.2 million fine or game check that he's thrown away, something like that, if he doesn't show. That speaks volumes. So, we'll see. Can he hold up? Can he do that for a while? I feel like that might end up having him cave in there, but what does it say about Dallas and the chemistry? It's a mess already, and it's just getting worse. So, it's fun to see. It's fun to watch from the outside looking in.
It is fun to watch. I think if you're Dallas, honestly, if I was literally Jerry Jones or I was a Cowboy fan, I would want to trade him, and I would want to trade him simply because it saves me $45 million. The Cowboys are not contenders this year, and probably not next year, so it doesn't really matter for a win now situation. And the haul that you're going to get is at least 2 first-rounders. And probably a player, and you save $45 million a year. If you are not a player away, if this is the Dallas Cowboys from a couple years back, you can't trade him. I think that they could trade him right now, demand a king's ransom, and then use whatever you get from him to put towards actually being relevant in the NFC East. The problem is that Dallas never admits that they are actually either good or bad. They just want to be relevant. Mm-hmm. And so the fact that they would be admitting that they are not trying to win a Super Bowl this season wouldn't be very good overall for the Dallas Cowboy fan base, because then ESPN would not talk about them, and that is Jerry's biggest nightmare. So, by the way, the fantasy draft is starting. We're going to keep talking about the Eagles as well as this goes.
Yep.
But 30 seconds, you can see Josh is up on his board. We're in 2 separate fantasy leagues. These are all subscribers who have paid to be in this. And we're going to go
good luck, everybody.
Rapid fire here. So
Harry just commented and said the Underdog draft league filled, so great. We have 3 drafts now going on at the same time.
A lot of drafts.
This is going to be fun. Drafts. The 100 bomb from Traveling Ty. Let's go. The Hundy says, here's a Hundy for your daughters. Congrats to you and your wife on the future arrival. I'll be the one trolling the Cowgirls from row 1 behind their bench. Row 1 for the game. Go
That's
Birds.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. By the way, let's just say this, though. My wife just texted me. If you want to donate to the diaper fund, you got to go to my channel, because we have separate channels in terms of super chats, though. So
there you go.
It is
a good call out.
Search for mine.
Traveling, you don't need to. I'll Venmo this to Thomas. I'm not going to make him go and put another Hundy. So, but for people that have, it will get to Thomas. But yeah, if you want to go and send it directly, it's a little bit easier than me having to do that.
There you go. We appreciate it nonetheless. Someone just said Josh just auto-picked Jamar Chase.
Wow, that was loud. No. Okay, maybe that's on Underdog. The ESPN's one's still good.
Okay.
Did it?
I just got Saquon Barkley.
Oh my gosh, it did auto-pick. I didn't know it was going to go that quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not on ESPN, but Underdog it did, and I'm like, what the heck?
Okay. Not a bad
pick 6. Bijan's still available. Hang on, I'll share the board. People want to know, and I'm going to get to these other super chats too. So How is Bijan Robinson? This is an easy selection. Pick 6. Got to take Bijan. Come on.
Got to.
That's easy.
Yeah, I got Saquon, and I actually drafted CeeDee Lamb in the other fantasy league here, which people hate Cowboys, but fantasy-wise, CeeDee Lamb can probably be pretty good any week but week 1. Let's just say that. So I'm just glad I've not gotten Saquon Barkley in any of my other leagues, and so I'm pretty pumped to get him there at number 3.
Heck yeah. I can't believe that this Underdog one just... Harry, are you messing with me? Did it? It did. You got to be...
That's
what?
A pretty good auto pet draft pick, though, right?
It is.
It's like as
okay,
good as it
I mean, yeah, you're right, but like, this thing's gone almost 2 rounds now, and I didn't...
Wow.
Okay, well, all right, that's great. Cool. And now we got another selection here. All right, we'll go... I hate having 12.
Yeah, 12's tough, but at least you get back-to-back.
Ginty will take there.
I like that pick.
I think I don't know. I think I got to go AJ. Like hamstring, but I think I got to go.
Can you pass up on AJ Brown? Probably not.
No, I'll take AJ there. All right, I did it.
All right. And now we have 20 picks until we go again, so plenty of time. I'm up in 3 picks in this one, but anyway.
Let's see. I could switch to which one is that one? Yeah, there we go. There's the one where you'll be up in a second. See the board, who he's looking at.
I almost don't want to say it in case the people in front of me are watching the stream here, because I think I'm going to wait to actually say who I'm going to take. But I know who I'm taking right now. It's very obvious.
Yeah, call it out right now. People will be like,
I don't want people to
where's that?
I don't want any stream snipers here.
Who's
Never
Thomas?
Heard so good. Whoever that is, I do not want you taking my player. So let's see what he does. Let's see. Who did he take? Oh, he hadn't taken him yet. All right, let's see. By the way, you keep asking us Eagle questions because we're not just going to talk about the fantasy draft. We're going to try to have a live stream as well. It's just hard. Okay, good.
This is
you didn't take Derrick Henry. I want Derrick Henry, so thank you.
This is seeing how good we can multitask here. This is
serious. I got 2 screens and then split screen here. Yeah, this is a lot of craziness. I see all the super chats, by the way, and we're going to get to them, and I greatly appreciate them. Normally we read those off quickly, but we have a lot of things going on right now. But we appreciate that.
And I will try to throw these on the screen at the meantime. Since I'm not picking, Thomas is making his selection. I'll read the Ghost US Savage. Appreciate the 5. What's up, gents? Looking forward to being at the home opener. Who's going? Community link up. Love all the info you boys give us.
It's not a bad idea. That. I think we have both given away tickets to the home opener, right? I'm pretty sure both of us have done that. So there are at least some people who, for sure watch the show. I'm sure there'll be a lot of other people in the stadium who watch the show, but a couple people that we have given tickets to are going to be at that game, which is funny because we said both of us did, any game you want, and of course people pick the opener because it's the opener. Also the most expensive. Those tickets are crazy expensive right now to that game.
It's
it
wild.
Is nuts for that game. Yeah.
I mean, to be expected, I suppose, but yes,
it is. Sure. It's like a playoff
wild,
game.
The cost.
It literally is. Yeah, just like a playoff game. In terms of, I saw someone ask about Anais Smith. Anais Smith cleared waivers. Anais Smith did not clear waivers. He was the only Eagle who they cut that Philly did not have a chance to go ahead and re-sign because the Carolina Panthers claimed Anais Smith. But I think it's kind of a smart move. They obviously lose Adam Thielen via the trade, or they trade away Adam Thielen overall. But at the same time, Anais Smith is still a practice squad player. Maybe he has potential to be something. Maybe he doesn't. But go to Carolina, change of scenery. He clearly needed that. The Eagle receiver room is so brutal. And the fact that Darius Cooper actually got a roster spot, Josh, it means that he was that much better than Anais Smith. So Anais Smith needed a change of scenery. As I'm here picking again. I will take, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to take.
It's, as you're saying about Anais Smith, as you're making your selection, I agree, because he's got an opportunity where it's not like he's having to go up against an A.J. Brown, a Smitty, Jahan Dotson, name all those other receivers.
Guarantees,
so,
yeah,
you got an opportunity to make a name for yourself. Maybe he works his way up and gets a bigger role. Jersey-born Philly fan with a 10 bomb. There you go, baby Mott. Loading. Congrats. Appreciate that from Jersey-born.
It's loading.
Philly.
It's been loading for a while. It's
it's
due in a couple months, so it's been loading for a while.
Harry again reminded me about the Underdog draft.
Pick.
Thank you, Harry.
Oh man.
3 drafts at once. I thought 2 was bad. Now I'm literally having to. And this one is also 30 seconds on Underdog. I mean, it's like I'm making a selection every minute. Daniel with a 5. Appreciate that. I didn't see another comment and another 2. Daniel, man, you hit up on multiple of these
I think Daniel
here.
said something about he's having a girl soon too. I'm gonna be a dad, on my baby.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a dad to a baby girl on my birthday, September 27th. So that's a month from today.
Ooh,
which is crazy.
That is coming up.
Congratulations on that.
Congrats.
who am I going to draft here? Oh, I'm drafting on both leagues right now. Okay.
48 wave with a 2. Congrats, Thomas. His recommendation would be Kelsey Lane Mott.
That's pretty good. That actually is a really, really good one. Kelsey Lane Mott. I like that one.
Well, I guess the bigger question here is how big of a super chat would Paige have to get for someone to get dibs on exactly like specific naming your baby girl?
Bet my wife is listening to this right now.
Is
in the
there
other
a
room,
price?
So
Is there a number?
Spoiler alert, she has chosen a name. She has technically chosen a name. So to get her off of the name that she's chosen, it would have to be, I don't know, the Saquon, Jason Kelsey golf tournament size money. I think it'd be a lot of money.
Hey, everybody, we're auctioning off another thing for the Eagles Radiothon. It's Thomas's baby girl's name.
The name of my child. How about that? That'd have to be a lot of money.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't think that there is an amount of money. Someone says Jenny Lurie Mott. That's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Maybe get Jeffrey Lurie to be the godfather and inherit, part of the Eagles. That'd be fun.
I could see that.
Who did you just pick in that other one?
I took Ladd. I was debating on T. Hickens or Ladd McConkey, and I took Ladd. So I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. I like that.
Wide receiver 1 versus, I don't know, T. Higgins is really good, but Fanny with a 5. I meant to say Thomas, not Josh. Josh, I'm sub. Sorry, I'll go sub to Thomas. Sub to your channel. Appreciate that.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Yes.
I think I've caught up to these super chats as well as I'm on the clock. Oh, gosh. Okay. GT and AJ Brown. Take another receiver.
How far is Devontae Adams going to fall? I feel like no one wants Devontae Adams. He's way too old. I don't want Devontae Adams at all.
I gotta take Terry.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
I got Terry and AJ.
There you go. That's pretty good.
And GT. I think I may take... I'm going to double it up because if I got Terry, I got to get Jayden Daniels. So Jayden Daniels,
that's not a bad
Terry.
Idea.
All right, we did it.
I think Jalen Hurts is gone in both of our leagues. He is.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he went quick.
He's gone in both. Yeah,
I mean,
there is
surprise,
no way
surprise,
to
I
wait
guess,
and get Eagles in these leagues at all. Yeah, you basically
you can't do it in these leagues at all.
At all. I got Lamar Jackson in one of the other leagues because I knew quarterbacks would go quickly. So I already got Lamar. Don't have a quarterback in this other league, but we'll see. I'm up in 3 picks. Okay. What was that other chat? Josh, Micah Parsons was spotted at the DFW airport. Do you see that picture on Twitter? Micah at the DFW airport?
I did see it.
Is that today or is that an old picture of Micah Parsons at an airport? And where's he flying to? The other question. We'll see.
Somewhere to just get away, right? Just to get away from it all, try to relax everything else. Jake, yes, the underdog draft is going. I know. I missed that last selection.
Josh. Oh my gosh!
It took Jayden Daniels for me, so it wasn't the worst selection. But
That's not bad.
I've got the notification and it's in my ears for the ESPN, so it's like letting me know. For this one, I'm not hearing it, and so the autopilot went on, but I got to turn that off.
Shoot! Someone just took. Oh, I was going to take Joe Burrow, and someone just sniped Joe Burrow. Okay. James Conner looks like such a gross pick right now, but I kind of want another. Oh, wait, no. I have 2 running backs. I want a receiver. Oh my gosh, I have to go fast. I'm going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't know if I like that. Ugh. I just don't like Devontae Adams or Garrett Wilson. I've had them the past couple of years, and like the quarterbacks, not Devontae Adams quarterback, but the quarterback throwing Garrett Wilson the ball I don't like. And I'm not a big fan of Devontae Adams being like 50 years old. So, okay, I did not like that pick though. All right. Man, it's hard to focus. Someone just said Micah to Green Bay. We got to make sure that has not officially happened, right? Like, I feel like we would get a lot more.
I've heard the rumors, but I've not heard anything official on that.
Yes.
So, all right. Do I? Man, I'm kind of in the same boat too. Oh.
Yeah, we're at that point in the draft. It's not
Chuba.
A very deep. That's a pretty good pick. It's not a very deep overall draft for anybody. I mean, I would say this year you get to like round 5, and it's like, who do I take here? It's been tough.
And there's it feels like there's so many guys, either the suspensions or the injuries and coming back. So, I mean, you can get some potential value if you can survive till like the middle of the league,
right?
And and then be like, oh, hey, we got a resurgence of insert whoever, if it's Rashee Rice or whoever. I'm just seeing him on the screen, but like otherwise, you're kind of gambling on or taking a little bit of a risk. I know that you can do with the running back tandem. We saw David Montgomery just go, so there's a potential. Some of the injuries.
I should have taken Garrett Wilson right there, but I just said how much I don't like him, so I don't think I can take Garrett Wilson. So DeVonta Smith is still available. Will he be available for me in 3 picks? That is the question, because I would take DeVonta Smith in 3 picks, but I don't know if he's going to be. We shall see. Christopher, I appreciate the 5. By the way, I know we got a lot of super chats. Says congrats to you the Girl Dad Club. I've got 3: Abigail, Grace, and Ruby. And rep to the team. I got us making a move for defensive end. Thoughts? Thank you for the 5. You know, Josh and I both talked about that report from Ed Krantz from SI.com about how if they are going to make a defensive end move, it's Jaden Phillips or Trayvon Walker. And I think we both like the idea. I just feel like that'd be a move that you made a couple of weeks ago instead of the week before the actual start of the NFL season, right? And so, and especially for Trayvon Walker, like Phillips would be a cheaper option. You give a 3rd or a 4th round draft pick, maybe less. Bring him in. Doesn't need to start for you right away. Can be kind of a Vic Fangio project sort of thing because they have connection there in Miami. Trayvon Walker, I would want Trayvon Walker in Philly for as long as possible during training camp to just kind of get situated. And the fact that we're literally 8 days away from kickoff, to me, says Trayvon Walker would be a trade deadline option and not necessarily a 1 week before the season option.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, who am I taking here?
I think so. I think that is so as well. As far as just like they're not going to make a big blockbuster of mind. It's wait, see what you have. Not that Howie's he's not done because he said that, and he's going to continue to look to better the roster. I just can't envision you go say, hey, we picked up a guy who's, for all intents and purposes, like especially Trayvon Walker, but like for all intents and purposes, even someone who's relatively close to that, do you go, hey, here's our starter? It just feels like it throws off a ton of the chemistry and everything else, of just shaking things up. So, Smitty just went in. Well, that's the other league.
I just took Garrett Wilson over DeVonta Smith because I saw DeVonta Smith had a Week 9 bye, and I didn't want with Saquon and Bucky Irving. But then I took Garrett Wilson, who also has a Week 9 bye. So I'm an idiot. That's the pressure of running around here trying to figure out.
By the time that you realize, I'm up, and then the clock's been hit, it says 30 seconds, but it's like it's by the time you're looking at it, it's already down to like 18 seconds.
100%. I'm about to go again. Okay, here we go. I have Marvin Harrison and CeeDee Lamb in this league. I feel like I'm pretty good in that. I really like RJ Harvey. Like I really think RJ Harvey is going to do something this year. So I want to make sure I have him in at least one of these leagues. So I'm going to take RJ Harvey in this one just so I make sure I have him. But golly, Jerry Jeudy's still on the board. I could have taken Laporta there too. We'll see. I'm up in 8 picks again. Okay. Trayvon Walker should be a tight end. I don't know about a tight end. Also, I everyone keeps saying that you'd have to give up a 1st round draft pick for Trayvon Walker. I know he's the number 1 overall draft pick, but Trayvon Walker, he's not Agent Hutchinson or Myles Garrett or TJ Watt. I mean, he had 10.5 sacks last year. He's not an elite. Okay, he's an elite edge rusher, but he's not in the upper echelon right now. So for me, it's like, I don't want to give up a 1st round draft pick because I don't think Trayvon Walker's worth that. Would I give up a 2nd round draft pick? I think so. I think a 2nd for Trayvon Walker, I'd be through the moon. But a 1st round pick for a guy who, I mean, you never know. Maybe you could get the equivalent next year. Maybe not, but I don't know. I don't think Trayvon Walker was even worth the first overall draft pick. The Jags just kind of wanted to make sure they didn't miss out on the next superstar edge. But I just think a 2nd round draft pick makes a ton more sense, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I still just hold to the fact of like you're trying to. It's like your best players are also your development players. And I think Anthony said this on the live stream last night. But it's Nolan Smith and Jalen Hunt. They're still being developed, and I just
it's a great point.
I don't even know if I want
and
to
they're
make the
free.
trade because them being so much cheaper, and you want them or need them to get reps.
It's a great point.
All right. Who in the world do I take here? This is okay. Well, let's just. That was not who I wanted, but we had to take a pick.
Who'd you take?
Golly. Jameson Williams. It's not terrible. I didn't have time to process there.
You don't have time to process. No, it's so fast. The good news is that we're not doing 16-team leagues. We did 2 16-team leagues last year. There's no good players. So we bumped it down to 12, a little less. I know some people got kicked out, but it makes it at least like you can have a decent team. I feel like I got 2 decent teams brewing right here, which makes me feel a lot better about myself. So either way. I like the super chat here from Eli saying Cooper says that he likes the number 41. It's giving Anthony DeBona nightmares. 41 is an awful number, but at this point, if you made an NFL roster wearing number 41, as Darius Cooper just did today, or yesterday, I guess, I would definitely be rocking the exact same number. The exact same number.
You said you would be rocking 41?
If I had made it through an NFL training camp as a UDFA and made a roster spot, then I would keep 41. Yeah.
Really?
It's like my good luck number. It's like my good luck number.
So,
I just made an
it's
NFL
so
team
ugly.
at 41.
Yeah, but
it is ugly for sure, but I would still do it.
There's no way. I would have to be. There's no way.
Okay, I'm going to take Jerry Jeudy here because I think he's an absolute steal at this point in the draft. I'm having a really good draft in the Mott Fantasy League 2. Mott Fantasy League 1 is kind of like, it's iffy right now. Definitely iffy.
Understandably, but you're getting a lot of disagreement on that. And Gary says, no way. He needs to change that immediately. 85 sounds good.
Isn't like 18 the only decent number left out there right now? I know Anthony had a tweet about that. I'm forgetting exactly
Was 19,
what numbers were still out
as
there.
I'm trying to place a pick
19's
here.
fine.
Great. I just took Jameson Williams again.
Oh, nice.
I mean, sure, why not? And I have 2 8 bye weeks also, I think. Yep.
I got a lot of 9 bye weeks. I need to start thinking about that.
Whoever plays on week 8 will be fun. You'll love it.
What do I need here? Let's see. I think
this underdog draft is actually turning out a lot better than I thought.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, this is a kind of stacked team. It's not too bad.
Underdog auto draft works pretty well.
Not too. Yeah, we'll take it.
I am gonna take. Oh gosh. Did someone just take Emeka Ibuka? No way. This person, whoever Grant Calcaterra is right in front of me, is killing me in this draft.
I think it's Grant. Might be Grant.
Oh shoot. Who do I take here? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna take Hawkinson. Ooh, I don't like that. Jeez, you start to panic as it starts to count down there really fast.
I know. It's almost like the sound doesn't help you. You need it to know that you're up, but then as soon as it does, you're like, all right, stop.
Jerry Jeudy's sick, but his quarterbacks are all trash. Yeah, well, I think he's going to be great this year. Probably not. We'll see.
I'll tell you, every single draft it feels like that I've done, Jalen Waddle is the one guy you can guarantee.
Yes.
Like, if you were high on Jalen Waddle, you don't have to take him until round 8, 9, 10. It just seems like he lasts up there over everybody else.
It really does matter quarterbacks. Like Michael Pittman. You feel like, even Ted McMillan. Just Bryce Young, Daniel Jones, Tua, and, his concussion history. It's just a little scary out there. So I'm seeing that, was it Taylor Swift's fiance still available over here? I might take a look at that. I don't know. Oh, I think Travis Kelce might be pretty washed this year. He's like 50, and he definitely has other things to worry about. So maybe I'll, oh no, I think he should be just drafted too. So, oh no, he's still here. Never mind.
Okay. All right.
I like Ricky Pearsall from the 49ers. It's not a bad idea. He's like the only receiver that they have. Boy,
he's going to be like
their
one.
I was watching someone on Fox today say that the Niners were like the 4th best team in the NFL, roster-wise. Nuts. It was like the craziest take I've ever seen. It's like, what are we doing? No, he's not.
What on earth?
Yeah, I actually kind of like the idea of Ricky Pearsall over here. That's not a bad idea.
Oh, Eli.
Because he is going to be like their one. Yeah, let's do that.
I didn't put the super chat up earlier. I think we did reference it, but the Cooper saying he likes the number 41, giving Anthony Demonia nightmares. Yeah.
Yes. He's going to be interesting because he's obviously, the 5th receiver on the roster. But a lot of times with these young receivers, they're practice squad guys, and they're just getting elevated, and they never really have a chance. He's going to play in some games. I mean, you're going to see him in actual meaning NFL games play, and they really, really like Darius Cooper. Just a fun story, but also someone who could 100%, kind of do something this season. Nothing crazy. I mean, if he has 20 catches this year, it would be a massive celebration. We hope Jahan Dotson does something a lot more. And obviously, there's still John Mechie, too. But he's going to get reps, and it's going to be very, very fun to watch.
Definitely is. Who do I want to take another wide receiver? Or do I go running back? Oh.
Yeah, I got to start thinking about what I'm weak at. I'm actually pretty weak at... I actually feel like I'm pretty good at both over here. I need a quarterback eventually, but can I wait a little longer is the question. Maybe a little bit.
I think I waited too long to take a quarterback in one of these.
Who should be my quarterback? I guess I should take like Jared Goff, maybe.
Yeah, he's better than Jalen Hurts.
What about Kyler Murray? Yuck! I do not like Kyler Murray at all. Ooh, Justin Herbert. I don't like receivers. Drake May, sneaky. No, I think Jared Goff's going to throw a ton of touchdowns. Let's just go Jared Goff.
That's why I said he's better than Jalen Hurts according to the top 100.
The top 100 rankings that always come out before the playoffs, so
right.
You would understand that there was that's always the caveat with that list. The top 100 is fun, and if your player is ranked high, you're like, oh, there's Jalen Hurts at 18, 19, whatever it was. The top 100 is so skewed because you're asking so many different NFL players. Give me a blind ranking of your top 100 players, then they kind of average them all out. They eventually just need to stop doing it because it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, it definitely, especially because of the timing. You're right. It's like you go through and see how a team finishes up, and like it'd be one thing if they do those rankings and then they release them before the playoffs or something. You're like, okay, well, you kind of see it because of the way their season went. A team goes through and wins the Super Bowl, and then you release the rankings right before the start of the next season.
Right.
And you're like, hang on, what? This dude just led the team to win a Super Bowl. Like all these guys played way better than what they're ranked at, but they got to have something, I guess, and I'm sure it takes a while to get everybody's votes and picks in.
It's true.
Okay, I got to get a running back. I think I have to pick somebody here.
Ooh, which one are you going to get? Tyrone Tracy? Is he the best available?
I think he is. Oh, yikes.
Do we think Caleb Johnson is going to be like the lead back in Pittsburgh? I guess he kind of is, right?
Because kind of, yeah.
Kenny Gainwell's the number 2. I don't see any other. I mean, I guess Javonte Williams, but how many rushing yards the Cowboys going to have this year? I just don't see a lot.
I don't love that pick there, but there's just no one else to go with.
Yeah. By the way, fan of Phoenix, I agree with your chat. I can't believe Mike Tannenbaum said the only team to rival the Commanders as the best team in the NFC is Green Bay and Tampa. Mike Tannenbaum has consistently some of the worst takes on ESPN. It's nuts that guy was a GM. I mean, it's crazy the things that comes out of his mouth sometimes. And to say that the only rival to Philadelphia, or to not even Philadelphia, the Commanders, because he's like, the Commanders are the best team ever, is Green Bay and Tampa is nuts. I like Tampa. Tampa's always a problem. I mean, Tampa's probably going to be a problem for us again this year. But is Tampa going to go win a Super Bowl? Like actually? And Green Bay is interesting. I think they get Micah Parsons. They're a lot more interesting. But Green Bay just feels very devoid of, superstars, right? I mean, for as many as Philadelphia has name brand players, it's like name all the wide receivers in Green Bay. Well, Matthew Golden is the one that pops to your mind because he's the rookie that we all like. And really, Green Bay comes down to, can Jordan Love win you a Super Bowl? And I don't know if we're at that point in Jordan Love's career. I think we've seen he can be good, but can he actually win you a Super Bowl? A little bit tougher. Now, hold on. I have to draft. Who am I taking over here? I really wanted him. Oh, gosh. I think Keon Coleman is the number 1 in Buffalo. I know they have Joshua Palmer, but I think Keon Coleman's the one there. So I'm going to take Keon Coleman over there. I wanted him in my other league. I didn't get him, so we will double dip and get him over here. Who else? Gosh, yeah. See, now we're into really halfway there. But halfway there, round 8 of 16, it's going much faster than most fantasy drafts, which is nice. So.
It is flying. It's blistering pace. I mean, in a way, it's a good thing, but there's also the element of so many quick, impulsive decisions of not a lot of strategy, and then I'm starting to look at some of these bye weeks or other players and going, this could be problematic.
Who the heck am I going to take? I need a running back, but there are no good running backs left. Ooh, boy. Actually, Chris Godwin's going to be healthy. I might take Chris Godwin right here. Yeah, let's see that. They say she should be ready for week 1. Keon Coleman isn't good. People are roasting me in the chat. Keon Coleman's their best receiver, though, right? I mean, who's going to catch the most touchdowns from Josh Allen this year? Is it not Keon Coleman? I don't want Chris Olave. You want Spencer Rattler throwing the ball to Chris Olave? Ugh. Yuck.
That's kind of rough.
And that guy's had 9 concussions. I mean, R.I.P. and no thanks on Chris Olave. Let someone else take Chris Olave. I'm good on that one. What do I need over here? I do need a running back is the problem, which is a whole other issue. I don't know who I'm going to take there. Keep an eye on it over here. Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid. I do need a tight end. Oh, Kincaid's going to be the... you think he's going to catch the most touchdowns from Josh Allen? I don't know about that. I'm not sure about that.
I don't know.
He might be the best receiver, but does he catch the most touchdowns? Is interesting. Trying to think of some other Eagle news today. Any other cuts that surprised us? Ogbo Okoronkwo making the roster was interesting, Josh. Which, by the way, is Izo
Mm-hmm.
Ojulari and Josh Uche? I mean, I saw people saying that Ojulari was going to be like a closet guy who was going to get cut. That obviously never happened, and it was pretty crazy that we were even discussing it. And yet, Ogbo Okoronkwo makes the roster, and I don't feel like Ogbo had a very impressive preseason, right? It's not like he was bad. And I think he had a couple of camp days where there were notes about Ogbo in the backfield. I thought for sure Patrick Johnson was going to be a roster guy. And if you're Patrick Johnson, you probably are bummed by that. But I was just a little bit surprised there that Patrick Johnson did not make the 53 and Ogbo did.
Yeah, it did seem the way that you'd either go that direction or even keep Antoine Powell Ryland. I mean, I know that he ended up making it on the practice squad, so you're okay. But the veteran exemption and not being able to have to, kind of the way to keep a veteran instead of subjecting them to waivers. You know, like potentially if you go that route with APR. But yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that Okoronkwo was shown enough on special teams. I mean, obviously to the coaches, I suppose, like he has because he's being selected. But I'm kind of with you. Between those two, it did feel like, okay, Patrick Johnson, you go that direction, and at least you have something for special teams. But I don't know. It's one of those, and I did feel like too, like these couple other moves, like Tristan McCollum getting cut, Trevor Keegan getting cut late. I kind of thought and assumed that Okoronkwo would be, earlier or ahead of, maybe ahead of like Tristan McCollum if they were going to cut somebody. Obviously, he wasn't, so they must feel fairly strong about him. But
yeah, and that leads well into Eli's super chat. Because I know Josh is picking. He'll get that on the screen here. Eli with the 279. Thank you. Who's going to be the fourth safety? I think the real shocker of the day overall, because everything else, everyone has come back as a practice squad player. Tristan McCollum being released after initially making the roster and then being let go. He's not been signed back to the practice squad. After the Audric Estime signing to the practice squad, we have one spot left to get to 16. I thought McCollum would for sure be one of these Vic Fangio guys who's he's talked about the past 2 seasons. He's not going to start, but if you needed him in a pinch, he definitely knows the system. I was very surprised that that Tristan McCollum was let go. Excuse me. I don't think he's going to get claimed. So I'm hoping they just bring him back to the practice squad. But that was a surprise for me overall. I was very, very surprised by that.
Yeah, that was definitely one of those. Didn't quite see happening. Oh gosh, okay, got to take a running back now.
Focus. 4, 3. Who'd you take?
ETN. I had to take a running back, but
Tucky Neutrons with the $2 super chat says, draft Jaden Blue, bro. Trust me. Jaden Blue? Like the Texas running back who's with Dallas right now? Are we assuming he's beating out Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams? Really? I don't know. Where is he on the big board, too? I don't think he's very high up there.
All right, I took a defense. I took.
Oh, wow.
Somebody.
Oh, yeah. I might need to do that, too. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Boy, I'm starting to think about backup quarterback behind Lamar Jackson in case the worst were to happen. But I guess I could always get, like, Sam Darnold or something, which wouldn't be that fun. He says, "Trust me, bro." Is he trying to troll or is he being for real?
Where's that's Jaden the hard Blue part. On this list? I can't tell.
Jaden Blue is behind Trey Benson, Quinshon Junk as well. He's probably the best running back available over here. It's not a bad idea. Although I have a running back that I like a lot more than Jaden Blue, by the way, that I might take, and then I'll take Jaden Blue because it's a little sneaky pick here, and he's still on the board in both leagues. You know what? I'll take Jaden Blue in one, and I'll take the other guy in the other. So you know what? I'm gonna take Jaden Blue right here, just for Tucky. He's baby Jahmyr Gibbs. Jeez, I don't know about that, but all right, I'm taking him. I'm gonna do it. Oh wait, did someone just take him? Someone just took him in this. Someone just took him in this league. He's gone.
Oh,
yeah, he's totally gone. Best available. Hang on, what do I need here? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's not who I wanted, but we'll take Jaden Higgins because he could be good. Okay.
I think I'm going to go Eagles defense on this one. There you go.
Oh, that's a good idea. Sounds like an undercover Cowboy fan. It really does. Yeah, Tucky, I didn't get him. He was already gone. I did not get him. I don't know who did. It wasn't me. Whoever's in front of me got him. So maybe he got to steal the draft.
Never hurt so good. He heard it and he went after it.
He might have. So is Andre Sam safety 4? I guess. I mean, he's the practice squad safety. So
yeah, for right now.
As of right now, I think he would be, which is crazy to think, but he definitely would be.
Although we could see a shift because Tristan would be subjected to waivers, so that if he clears, then they do the whole game of like, oh, now we cut a guy in the practice squad. Maybe it's Andre Sam, but they cut somebody and then they bring Tristan McCollum and they have him there as a practice squad. So
could be. It was nice to not have any sort of surprises, though. I mean, every year it feels like there are some sort of surprises that happen in terms of cuts or roster moves or, how he makes a trade or something like that. Not a lot of surprises. I mean, Willie Lampkin, we haven't talked about the new center coming over from the Los Angeles Rams. Injured, right? That's why the Rams had to let him go. But he's only injured for a couple of weeks. And Philadelphia really liked him coming out of the draft. He's obviously undersized, has a lot of power, played well in that preseason game versus the Dallas Cowboys 3 weeks ago. Interesting. I mean, they already have the center who they drafted just a couple of months ago, who they like a lot, whose name's escaping me right now. So now they have another center on the board. Kendall, that's right. Maybe. I guess that's how it's going to go. But another interesting move, but not a move that changes anything. We keep waiting for Justin Simmons. I just think it's too late. If they really thought they needed Justin Simmons, which, by the way, in terms of practice today, the one player who didn't practice was the safety, Drew Makuba. But if they really were worried about the safety spot, then they would have signed Justin Simmons months ago, and they never did it. So, it is what it is.
Yep, it was surprising. I didn't quite see that one happening, but how he continued to just kind of stock up on offensive linemen. I mean, heck, they had 11, and then it was, okay, Trevor Keegan's getting cut. So you're like, oh, okay, well, that's 10. But then it's to add another offensive lineman. So you're like, well, it's back to 11 now. And then the IR move, Miles Hinton. So it's technically 12 if you look at it that way. I guess it's a good problem to have because, they're viewing some guys like a Cameron Williams, for example, of how he's saying like, yeah, we view him like a couple years down the road guy. Like, what will he be? What could he be if we project him out? So, but they just didn't want to lose a guy like that because of the potential. But, all right, I got to back up here. What do you...
Jamie Bean says, did you guys see Epps was released? Yeah, I also saw that Jalen Mills was released, and Eagle fans do this on Twitter all the time. When a former Eagle at a position of need is let go, it's like, do we bring back the Green Goblin? Him and I think Marcus Epps fits in well here. They were never really that good. And I know Jalen Mills, Super Bowl champion, he's had his time. He, to me, is way past his prime. Epps, though, was never that great. And he went to the Raiders afterwards, and he didn't do much with the Raiders either. I just don't think you bring him in right now because it didn't really move the needle, right? If they really need a third-string safety or even a fourth-string safety right now, Andre Sam has been in the system the past 2 seasons. He could give you a game if he needed to, right? If you sign Marcus Epps, he's not going to start over Drew Makuba or Sidney Brown at this point in training camp because those two guys have been, doing their thing in front of Vic Fangio for the past month and a half, if not dating back to OTAs and minicamp. So I just don't think that, Marcus Epps would do enough for me to be like really excited about what the potential would be.
Yeah, it's not solving the safety. If you believe or think that we have a safety problem, it's not solving anything. It's literally just being like, all right, cool. So we have, in my mind, it's like we have another Tristan McCollum, maybe, he's a depth add. Does it really help us in that instance? So I'm totally with you there. It's believing in Sidney Brown, believing in Drew Makuba. We'll see if Drew's ready for the opener. He's not practicing yet for the hamstring.
I was going to ask.
So.
I think it's going to be Sidney Brown. I think that because Makuba has missed so many practices now, all we hear about every single time Vic Fangio has a press conference is like, well, X needs more reps. Y needs more reps. And I know they like Makuba. And I know he got a couple of decent reps in there, the past 2 weeks. But this second injury heading into a game plan week, to me, says that Sidney Brown is going to be your starting safety week 1. And then Makuba will eventually take that over and start to get a lot more snaps. And he might get snaps in week 1, but true first snap of the game base defense, I think it's going to be Sidney Brown.
Yep, I would agree. That's where I'm leaning towards as well. All right, I got to do another running back here. Who do we have?
I just got the sleeper running back for all fantasy in both of the leagues, Nick Chubb, by the way, because Joe Mixon is out. Nick Chubb is going to start week 1, Houston. I'm all in on Nick Chubb. I have him in every single one of my fantasy leagues. So snagged him in both leagues. You guys are welcome.
Not a bad pick. Not a bad one.
I believe in Jacorian Bennett to be CB2. He's not got a new number. You talk about needing new numbers. Jacorian Bennett definitely does. I was watching some film with Jacorian Bennett yesterday. I thought he played better in the final preseason game than I initially gave him credit. He's not going to start week 1. They are 100% starting Adoree Jackson because they, believe in reps, and reps are important, and Jacorian Bennett's only been there for a couple of weeks. But I think in a very similar situation, eventually Jacorian Bennett could get some starter play if Adoree Jackson cannot hold on. But I do think Adoree Jackson's going to look better with the rest of the Eagle starters out there, with both starting safeties, with Cooper DeJean and Quinion Mitchell. And Howie Roseman said this a couple of hours ago, yesterday, during his late night press conference. He said he thinks their cornerbacks are really strong because from the top down with Q and Coop, they are very strong. So, do with that as you will.
That is true.
What do I need over here?
Let's see. Anthony in the house. What's up? Says
there
Eagles,
he is.
Put a claim in for Jalen Armour Davis per Mike Garafolo. Cornerback.
Did they really?
They put a claim in. I'm assuming that means that they didn't get him.
Did not get him.
They put a claim in there for him, so they're looking for.
I forget
potential.
Who got him. It was one of the higher up waiver teams, I thought, in the top 5 got him. So,
let's see here. He could probably tell me before I can find it. But
yeah, I need to get a backup quarterback here just to be safe. Let's get Jordan Love. Yeah. Does he say who? Does he say who it was?
Yes. Here we go. Titans got him.
Which is the first overall waiver pick. So waiver place or whatever. So no shot.
But it was Eagles, Saints, and Dolphins put claims in. So
interesting that they wanted to put a claim in for another cornerback, Josh. That is it's a little telling there. I did not see that tweet. I got to go ahead and find that. Maybe I can save it for my next show. It's very interesting.
Very, very interesting there. I'll retweet it as well, but there we go. Yeah, and Anthony had mentioned there as I was looking. So, yes, Titans.
Oh, shout out to Eagle One with the 50 bomb. Here you go, brother. Congrats to you and Mrs. Mott. There's
we go.
Fun right there. There we go. I don't even know how much diapers are, honestly. How much is a pack of diapers? How many diapers does $50 get me? Do you, you would know.
Well, it depends on what types you're getting, I suppose. I mean,
that's fair.
Some of them are like,
pretty expensive.
The all natural, like all the.
Oh, yeah.
Which like, all right, you don't want as much of the chemicals and everything else. So like that's
right.
fair, but
it
feels like there's a happy medium because if you're going with the organic and I don't even know what the correct term is for it, but like all the natural stuff, and it's like okay, it's probably healthier, but I don't know if functionality works that well.
Okay,
so
they
it's
just
like
disintegrate.
You give and take, yeah. So I, there's kind of a happy medium on those. I feel like we go with the Pampers Pure is
okay. So then, how much is a pack of Pampers Pure?
I've kind of lost track, quite honestly. I want to say
today's economy,
like $50 would get you.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I want to say is 80 too much? I don't know. Some people let me know in the chat. No, I'm saying 80. You get like 80 diapers ish. I actually don't know. I can't.
Like, holy cow!
At this point, it's literally like I've forgotten about how much it costs because it's just like you show up and you're like, we need a big box. Like just get the box and go.
Yeah. Someone says just do cloth diapers. Chris Webb says that. Don't you have to then wash every single time?
No.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good time at all.
You save money that way, but that's not.
I don't know.
Not what I'm trying to do.
I might be spending the $80. I don't know. Oh man, diapers are gonna cost you. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. But everyone does it, so right? I mean, come on, everyone's having kids. Josh has 2 kids. So that means it can't be hard. Josh wanted a second one.
Yeah, we had a second one.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a surprise, but totally worth it.
Okay.
Totally.
There you go. I was gonna say, besides my brother and sister who both have kids, you're like one of the few of my friends that actually has kids. So you were part of the help of making me excited versus being terrified of being a father for the first time. So I appreciate that.
Yes. You're gonna be great. You're gonna love it.
Take over here.
It's totally worth it. As any parent could tell you.
Bashul Tutton, the Jaguar running back.
Isn't he the Jag? Okay, I was gonna say, isn't he the Jags?
No clue who that is. Is he gonna get carries this year?
I mean, I don't think so. It feels like it's Tank Bigsby and ETN, but he's, like a maybe.
Yeah.
Another guy is that
clue.
third string. I think he's
RB3,
but.
Well, I didn't draft him. Maybe I should. He's at the top of the board in both of our fantasy leagues right now. So I don't know. I feel really good about these teams right now. I feel like they're kind of stacked. We'll see.
Yeah, not too bad. I kind of missed the running back opportunity, but
Someone says another sleeper. Okay, well.
Wide receivers.
I'm up in 5 picks. We'll see if the sleeper's still there. I think people are probably... I guarantee you, if you're in this draft with us, you are watching us talk right now. So I feel like I am...
I'll go ahead and
take Jerome Form. There you go.
Because I've literally taken ETN, Bigsby, and now I've got Tutton. So, like, I have all 3.
You just have all 3. Not a problem.
One of them better be worth it. So
I'll take him in this other league if I get to in 7 picks, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So, but I have backup quarterbacks for each of my starters. I have a defense for both. I have a tight end. Do I have a backup tight end over here? I need a backup tight end on this one. Okay, I'm not going to lie. Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, Bucky Irving, Cam Sutton, or Cortland Sutton, excuse me, Garrett Wilson, TJ Hawkinson, Ricky Pearsall in the Texans defense. Not bad. Other fantasy league, Jared Goff, Derrick Henry, James Cook, CeeDee Lamb, Marvin Harrison, Kyle Pitts, RJ Harvey. Also have Jerry Jeudy in that one too. In the Viking defense, not bad either. I like both of these teams.
Pretty solid. Pretty stacked.
Fan of Phoenix says nothing better than having your kids 3 and 4 dancing the fight song after every touchdown. That actually sounds like a pretty good pitch to have kids, because that'd be very fun. Your turn. Did we just pick up running back from Denver? Habib, yes, we picked up Audric Estime, who was cut. He's now signed to the Philadelphia practice squad. Physical runner. He's like A.J. Dillon light, because he's a lot smaller than A.J. Dillon. Dillon's a very, very large running back. Most people are smaller than him. But he's an interesting guy. Actually has a career. He has career touches with Denver. They just didn't draft him with that current coaching regime, and the new regime liked their other options, including J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey. Very crowded running back room. And so Estime coming here makes a ton of sense. The question is going to be, obviously, does he ever get elevated? Because they like Will Shipley, and they do like A.J. Dillon. I mean, there were a lot of people saying that, A.J. Dillon could get cut. A.J. Dillon was not getting cut. They liked A.J. Dillon from the very, very start. And so Estime is interesting. I liked him out of, Notre Dame when Philadelphia could have drafted him. Will he do anything with the Eagles? I don't know, but it was a very, very, I would say, surprising pick.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take Brandon Ayuk. I don't know when Brandon Ayuk's knee is going to be fine, but I have so many receivers that it doesn't matter. So I'll just shove him on the whole bench.
Bottom of the selection.
Yeah, there's no one else available right now. Goodness gracious. Darnell Mooney and Luther Burden would be 2 names that would make some sense, because I have a Bears fan friend who thinks Luther Burden is like the second coming of Amon-Ra St. Brown, which is nuts, but, got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's just taking swings at players now, like total guess.
Which one is because I see Dirty Air, so Gary's in the chat. All 3 of my boys know the fight song. Which team is Gary? I want to look at Gary's team here. Gary, tell me what your team's name is. I can't see. I'm looking to see if it has like a giveaway on it. I don't see which team name you are. I know you're in one of these 2, so just let me know. I'm looking for like a NASCAR name, but I don't see it. I have to pick again. Who the heck do I pick? We'll see if he says anything. Is there any sleeper that I'm missing right now? I don't think so at all. No. So I will take Ray Davis in case James Cook gets hurt, I guess.
That's a
Big Dom security detail. Okay, let's look at Big Dom security.
That figures. Okay.
Let's see. He has Baker Mayfield, Dave Montgomery, Aaron Jones. Woof. Wide receivers are rough there. But Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, and Trey McBride, and Devontae. Okay, wow. He has all the receivers. Oh, you got Najee Harris. Because Najee Harris is interesting now, right? Because his eye is fine, and he might play week 1. So Adam Thielen, Amari Cooper. So you have all the receivers, but no running backs is essentially what we're looking at here. And he has the Eagle defense. Interesting. Okay. Is this the team I have a lot of running backs? Maybe we could do a little trade here. This is my RJ Harvey. Maybe. We'll see. He says my team is LOL. Yeah. 12-team leagues are tough. It's not the hard 16-team leagues, but 12-team leagues, pretty tough.
Yep.
But at least you have receivers.
A little different.
So, Grant Calculated. Oh, is that somebody? Grant Calculator. I don't know, is that who BB72 is? He says, I like trades. Okay, good to know. Justin Herbert, James Conner, RJ Harvey, Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Trey McBride. Boy, running back is so beat in everyone's fantasy league this year. It's nuts. That's why I'm glad I got Saquon Barkley.
You don't get it early, you're kind of screwed.
Okay, so I actually have to get a kicker in this league and a kicker in this league, so it's over. Can I get Jake Elliott? He's probably gone.
I think he's gone, isn't he? He's gone at one of them for sure. So
he's gone at both of them.
He'll go a little bit earlier for kicker for Jake Elliott.
A little bit.
Everybody
Still,
else
though, how about
there.
this? This is like an hour-long fantasy draft. Less than an hour, and we're done. 30 seconds is the way to do 2 drafts with this many people in them. So
2 drafts at once.
Worked out well.
Knock them out.
Every year, winner take all. A lot of money on the line here, boys. $1,000 plus, right? Over $1,000.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
big money. Good luck to everybody.
Money. Yep. That's why we rig it. Just kidding. I don't know how you would rig a fantasy league. Cameron Dicker.
People always assume that, though.
Josh did win year 1, though, and I was like, that's not fair, but he did. So what are you going to do?
Yeah,
All right, this draft is complete. Oh, no. I got one more person.
Matt says Target. Okay, so see, this is why I have no idea of price and everything else. He says Target has 104 diapers for sale for $28.49.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's
Maybe
solid.
we can't afford to have a kid.
Plenty.
Maybe we can.
You could do multiple.
Yeah, multiple kids at the same time.
Yeah.
Landon Dickerson practiced today. Says Smack Photos. We get ready to wrap up here on with the fantasy drafts. He did. He was limited, but yes, the fact that Landon Dickerson's practicing 2 weeks after minor but knee surgery, Josh, is a pretty big deal. I think he's going to play, obviously, week 1. I don't think you have to rush it, but he's Landon Dickerson, and he hates the Cowboys, and he's definitely going to want to go ahead and play in that game. So, yes, good news to see Landon Dickerson back out there, and it further shows that pretty much every single beat writer who has been saying nonstop that the Eagles are just slow rolling these injuries, they're not a big deal, and we've all been like, okay, we believe you, but we're still scared. It looks like it's turned out to be true. A.J. Brown's hamstring, Devontae Smith, the concussions that were going around, a couple of players got those, Nolan Smith and Jordan Mailata, and then, of course, Landon Dickerson knee issue, which I was very scared he was going to be done for the year. Not the case, and he was already practicing today. And actually doing a little bit of hitting, Nothing crazy, but doing some hitting. So
very good news.
Very, very good news.
I think I missed Panda's super chat a second ago, but putting it back up here right now with a 5 said, your take on possible Keon White trade. I'd prefer him to Walker mainly because he's cheaper, or Phillips, who's had an ACL injury.
Yeah, the ACL injury is a problem. I just don't know if the Patriots are interested in trading Keon White, right? Like that's my question right now, because he's not necessarily expensive either. I was trying to look up his contract, but I didn't get in time, so I have to pick right now. But I just don't know if New England's a very sell young defensive tack or young defensive ends right now. Whereas Jalen Phillips on a bad Dolphin team, because it feels like the Dolphins are trending down, the Patriots are trending up. The Dolphins would be more so sellers than the New England Patriots. It's just kind of a thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. We talked about it a second ago as well, but if you're going after anyone, I just don't want someone who's going to potentially take snaps or reps from Nolan or Jalix. Now, if someone gets injured, then sure, like the argument becomes, we could have had so-and-so because there'd be more depth, but I don't know. That's always the argument for anybody of depth and dealing with injuries. So I think, honestly, they're going to roll with what they have for the,
I think so.
Especially for the defensive line. Like they just kind of made their case known, and they're going to have the 6 interior defensive linemen and 5 edges to start out. Plus you got some guys in the practice squad, and roll with that.
And it is a very good point that they don't want to take snaps away from Jalix Hunt. I think that is lost in all of this, is that they love Jalix Hunt so much. Like, they really think Jalix Hunt is going to be a stud this year. And so the idea of taking snaps away from him is not something that people are very excited about. I think that that's a very, very big deal.
Yep. I would agree.
Ooh, first draft grade is in B.
You already got it?
I just got my first email. Yeah. How about a little B
quick.
for the Saquon Lamar Jackson squad? Not bad there. I actually really like this team. Really like that. I told myself that I was going to have Lamar Jackson in one of my leagues, and I'm in 4 leagues this year, 2 here and then 2 personal leagues, and I finally got Lamar Jackson. So I feel like every single year I don't get a good quarterback, and then you watch Lamar score 30 points a game, and you regret not getting a quarterback. So I got Lamar Jackson.
Learned the lessons on that.
Yes.
Let's see. I was trying to see if I got mine, and I did actually. Yes, on one of the emails, an A. Okay.
Whoa!
We got an A.
I got a C in my other one. Wow. It's okay. The worse draft grade you get, the better you do. That's normally how it works, right? Normally.
It's you can tell yourself that. I'm feeling pretty good now. All right,
an
take
A's
the
pretty
A.
good.
Let's go. Bijan, Brock Bowers, Lab
man.
McConkey, Chuba Hubbard, DJ Moore, Jamison Williams.
Just because they love Bijan and Brock Bowers. That's all that is. That's just fantasy propaganda. They love Brock Bowers. They love Bijan. That's how it is.
Eagles defense. Okay. Wow. You know what? And I got an A despite taking 2 kickers.
Okay. There you go.
I didn't realize that I was on the other league, and I took 2 kickers because this is trying to do it so quickly.
Can never have enough.
Harrison Butker and Matt Gay.
Gary got a B too. Holy cow. Yeah, see, they're just giving Bs out right now. Gary got a B. He's got no running backs. No, that's good. Gary has all the receivers, though, so it makes sense.
Good job. Good job, Gary. My other one's a C, so cool.
Okay. I think I got a D in both my other leagues, and it was like the worst grade ever. So, yeah, see, Eagle 1-8 says got a D last year and won the league, so maybe you won it.
Never know. You win the league on the waiver wire, as Gary said
That's
earlier,
true.
and that's very
true.
much true.
Very, very true.
Okay. Well, that was painless. That went by a lot quicker
That was easy.
than anticipated.
A little less Eagle news talk than we wanted, but next Wednesday we'll be back to our regular scheduled programming where we'll be getting ready for the first game of the year, which is nuts, but that'll be literally 24 hours before the Eagles game. We're going to be going ahead and doing it. So stay tuned for that. We got plenty more shows coming up as well. Mine's already out, breaking down everything today. Josh has his coming out, I assume, tonight, which has the Audric Estime news. My video, of course, went live 10 minutes before that happened, which is normally how it works. So you have the Estime news, so watch Josh's show for that one.
There you go. Yes, and we appreciate it as always. The super chats to Thomas, the diaper fund, just ringing it up. So that means a lot. But there you go. Drop a like on your way out. Make sure you're subbed. More videos to come. And like Thomas said, be ready because we're going to be streaming during the game. It's just a little over a week. I mean,
it's crazy.
Tomorrow, this will be a week's time away.
I can't wait.
Like, all right, here we go. So
I'm pumped.
Let's go. All right.
There you go.
Good luck, everybody, except for not in the Fantasy Football League. I hope that you get crushed for those people there.
Yes.
Appreciate it, buddy. As always.
See you guys. Go Birds.